Hey everybody, I ordered a new piston tube for my Kel Tec because I think it looks a little out of place with that shiny surface. Can't really see how shiny it is on the video, but it's pretty shiny. Um, so I ordered a new one, black one, which surprisingly Kel Tec got to me within 5 days. It was free shipping, and the whole thing cost like $4, which is kind of neat. It was I ordered some other stuff too, but I figured since I'm doing that, I can show you guys how to take this down, and then we'll just replace that guy when the time comes. So let's get cracking. We'll get this guy field stripped. Alright, so really what you need to do is, after you've made sure it's empty, which it is you have one pin up here, and then you have your piston tube up here. First thing you need to do is you're going to grab your piston tube. You see that little notch right there? You're going to grab the piston tube, pull it forward, and you're going to twist it clockwise to that position. So you're going to go to that position where it's standing up, straight up. Okay? And then you're going to get yourself a screwdriver. They came with one with the little wingtips on it. But just going to push that pin out. I'm going to grab it here. Okay, I push that out, and just gonna tap that handle. Just gonna tuck it underneath. Alright, that's out. Then you just move the bolt back. The bolt will move back, and your piston and everything will be coming out right there. So when it gets to this spot here, you have a little opening. You pull it all the way back, and then you push it down, and then you can remove your charging handle. You just tilt the gun back, the whole thing will just come right out. So you're left with your bolts carrier. Let's see, focus camera. You got your bolt carrier. You have your spring tube, and then you got your piston and piston head. Now, the piston head is held in there by a pin. From this point on, you don't really need anything special. There's a pin back here. You're gonna push that out with your hand or your finger, or you can use the charging handle. You push that out. That comes out. Once that comes out, then your firing pin is free. Your firing pin will come out. You can set that to the side, and then we'll go ahead and let me get this light over here a little more. You have your cam right there. You're just gonna pull up on it, and then your cam will come out. Once the cam's out, the bolt comes out, and that's basically how you would field strip to this point. And then if you need to get inside this tube, what you need to do is you need to locate that pin, and once you locate the pin, rest this guy on something solid that you want to hold on to it. I'm going to push down with my thumb or pull up with my fingers just to relieve a little bit of pressure and get that pin centered. And then with the firing pin, I'm just going to push that pin out. Once the pin's out, everything's free, so be careful. Yep, see? It's alright, didn't go far. There's our piston head that came out. There's our spring, comes out. There is our piston and our bolt carrier. And then this is the part that I'm going to replace with what I got today from Kel Tec. So, and this is what it used to look like before I decided I was going to wash it or soak it in that stuff, and it turned from that into that. Took the finish off of it. So we'll come back and we'll assemble everything back up. Okay, so let's get this guy back together. So we're just going to go in the reverse order. We're going to start by putting the spring tube, which has that little guy at the end, and it's open on this side. So we're going to put that on first. That's going to go on first. Then our spring will go in. The spring doesn't have a specific direction. Just going to put that in. And now we got to make sure that we line these holes up. The hole in the piston rod and the tube need to be lined up. And then we grab our piston head, and we're gonna stick that on there. Now this is a tricky bit. It's just gonna go on like that. Just make sure to line these holes up. The holes on the head, the tube, and everything need to be lined up. So I'm just gonna put that on. Once that's on, I'm gonna grab our pin. I'm gonna get that and put it in there. Alright, now everything's held in place. So I'm just gonna go in there with the firing pin's butt and make sure it's seated in there nice and evenly. So yeah, it's in there now, nice and evenly. So next we want to make sure that the little tab is pointing straight up. Then we'll pop our bolt in. Now remember, the extractor needs to be towards that side, towards us. I'm gonna pop that in, and then we will pop our cam in. Just making sure the hole is lined up. I'm gonna put the cam in. Okay, and keep it straight. And with it straight, our firing pin has a little notch on top. This little notch. See, focus camera. Oh, doesn't want to focus. There we go. So that little notch right there needs to be sitting right underneath that. So it's going to go facing up. We're going to put that in. So in here, make sure that notch is nice and free for our pin to go. And then we're going to grab our pin and go right through there. So now everything is in place. Okay, that's done. Again, we're going to make sure, because this thing moves, or it likes to move, making sure it's straight up. Grab the pistol. It's not really a rifle, I guess. And again, making sure that's up, because if it's not straight up, it won't go in. It's going to give you problems. Make sure the bolt is down. And we're just going to go in the tube. Come at the top. Yeah, it's resisting me a little bit. Usually means that little thing is not straight. That little tab isn't straight. Nope, it's not straight. Okay. these out. Okay, now when that's in, grab our handle, charging handle. I'm going to go in like so. Or not. This thing is twisted in there. That little tab keeps moving, which is okay. Okay. Push that down. Alright, you guys get the idea. I'm gonna take this off camera. I'm gonna pop it in, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It's hard to do it through a viewfinder. It's this thing's big and clunky. I have to watch out and not to knock things over on top of putting it back in. But it's in. It went in. The only issue was that little tab kept moving. The spring tends to move it a little bit. So you just kind of have to play with it and pull it out. And it went right in. So we're going to go line the holes up. And we're going to pop our charging handle in. There we go, that's in. You got to pull that bolt down. And then we'll go ahead and push it up and pull it forward. Okay, now when you push it in, it's going to go into its place. Then all you do is pull this tube out. Make sure that tab comes out, and then you got to twist it clockwise about 90 degrees. So, and now it's in place. So all we did was just pull the tube through, and I twisted it. Oops, sorry, like that. Okay, and then that's in. I'm gonna grab our lower assembly, close it, and pop our pin back in. Just push it in by hand, and if you want to tap on it a little bit, there you go, it is in. Give it a tap, and yep, it is working. Yeah, I think it looks better with the black tube instead of the stainless tube. So yeah, that would do it. Alright guys, let me know if you have any questions. See ya.